I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Mr Tambourine Man, we're looking at the Byrds version, which needs no capo. If you like the Bob Dylan version, that one's capo third, but we're looking at how to do play the intro and all the chords to it. The chords are fairly straightforward. It's just the changes between them, and following a chord sheet is so important. That chord sheet is for free on the website andyguitar.co.uk. Links in the top corner, and it's the top link in the description as well. Nothing more to say on this one. Let's get straight in for a close-up. Mr Tambourine Man. The lead line will be taught towards the end of this lesson, and I'll be sure to leave the time either on the screen or in the link in the description or on the website. I'll say it somewhere, so it'll be a little bit later on so you can revisit it. But this is largely appropriate for level 3 of my beginner's course, where we're looking at just the 3 chords: D major, A major and G major, the changes between them, getting that solid, and then learning a few songs. You know, what's better than that? So the chorus, this is appropriate mainly for the Byrds version, and we want to play a bar of a G major. I'm defaulting and recommending that beginners default to using what I call the Busker's G, or an Oasis G, because it is used in Wonderwall, where we have the third and little finger down. If you don't agree with that method at all, a normal G, 3 fingers, will work fine. And even the kind of fingerstyle G will also work if you prefer it. There's no real right or wrong, it's just a method to get beginners learning these open chords. We need the G chord for a bar. We need an A major for a bar. I teach the A major like this in my beginner's course. This way is fine, and even this way, or even with 1 finger. The idea is they all should sound the same, and eventually you will learn all of them. Then a D major chord, back to a G. You really want to check out the chord sheet that's on the website to follow this. I'm using it to follow this lesson. It's totally for free. Why not check it out? The recommended, well, let's just go through the chorus, feeling the beats, just playing on the beats, 4 strums, so 1 bar by every chord that is written. Let's play through the chorus together, presuming that you're looking at the chord sheet. In a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, 3, 4, A major, D, 1, 2, 3 to G. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Okay, so that A chord, there is 2 bars of that, but I believe there should be 2 A chords written. And then it's almost the same thing again, it's just the ending that changes. From the second line of Hey Mr Tambourine Man, 3, 4. Hey Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. 2 bars of D to finish that one. To make the strumming a little cooler, we want down, 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 up, down. Down, 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 up, down. A, down, down, up, down. D, down, down, up, down. G, down, down, up, down. Sleepy, there is no place I'm going to. One more time with this new strumming. This is from the 3rd line as it's written on mine, but the 2nd time he says, Hey Mr Tambourine Man, from the G chord in 2, 3 and 4. Down, 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 up, down. A major, down, 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 up. D, down, 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 up, down, G, D, down, 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 up, down, G, following you. It's really important to get this chorus as solid as possible before moving on to the other verses, and in the Byrds version there is only this one verse. The pattern is super similar to what we've just done in the chorus, but the verse is less repetitive, it's much longer, and in my experience it is a lot harder for people to follow. You'll have a lot more success if you get this chorus absolutely tied up and then have a go for the verse. So we're going to go for the chorus one more time. Ideally, no pauses, just a nice steady tempo, and if needs be, just stick to playing it on the beat. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and when that's solid, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down, 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 up, down. That's what I'm going to be using for this final demo of the chorus. 2, 3, and 4. Tambourine Man. Hey, Mr Tambourine Man. Hey, Mr Tambourine. Down, up, down. D, D, down, up, down. G, G, down, up, down, D, D. Morning, I'll come following you. Down, down, up, down. Then we're into a verse. If you accidentally, as I did once there towards the end, hit an extra up strum, as long as my hand keeps moving, down, 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 it's all good. You know, as long as my hand is essentially moving like this to be able to play down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. My hand never stops moving. That's the important thing. Chorus, we start on a G, and it tends to always be this pattern. G to A, D, G, D, G. You've got to just follow the chord sheet. Every chord written is for a bar. Let's get straight into it. From Take Me on a Trip, from G. 2, 3, 4. A chord. Upon your magic swirling ship, my senses have been stripped. My hands can feel to grip. My toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. Let's pause there, we're halfway through. What just happened? Let's try and spot a pattern. So it's essentially the same as the first line of the chorus, and then we just change between D and G, D to G, D to G, until boot heels are wandering, and that's where we hit an A. So take me on a trip towards your magic swirling ship. That's the same as the chorus. Senses have been stripped. D to G, D to G. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. And then it's 2 bars of the A chord, okay? So there is a pattern now we've played through it. Try and remember the pattern, and you will remember this song a lot easier. Boot heels to be wandering, okay? From the G chord, top of the verse again. 2, 3, 4. Upon your magic swirling ship, my senses have been stripped. My D chord to the G, my toes too numb to step. only for my boot heels to be wandering. That's correct, that's where we're going. Second half of the verse is exactly the same. There's just less D's to G's, okay? Promise to go under it. Promise to go, cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. On the word under it, that's where we change, that's where we go to the A. Everything else is the same finger motions. Same stuff, guys, okay? Different lyrics, it can be off-putting, but it's the same content. I'm ready to go anywhere. From the second half of the verse. 2, 3. I'm ready anywhere. I'm ready for to face D chord to a G. Yes, your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. On for a chorus, so it is that same pattern, okay guys? Should be totally fine. Let's just have one recap through the chorus and then we'll learn the little lead line, okay? From the chorus, final chorus, 2, 3, 4. Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down. Is no place on A chord. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Hey, down, up, down, tambourine man, down, up, down. Play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. And we finish it on the D. And then the intro is also the outro. It bookend, this little lead line that we're going to cover now is going to bookend this entire song. So we'd begin with playing it 3 times and ending with it 3 times is totally fine. The intro is this. In the start of this video, I doubled that up with my trusty older acoustic guitar in something called Nashville tuning. These are all the notes, all the strings that make up a 12-string guitar, but just the extra strings. So it's an old guitar that I strung up with Nashville tuning. And if we play the same thing, so it is this exact same way to play it, no matter what you're playing it on, be it a 12-string or just a standard guitar. But that's why in the intro you could hear those higher sounds, and you will hear those higher sounds in the original studio recording as well. And these are the start notes of a D major scale. Open 2, 4, open 2, 4 on the middle 2 strings. Open 2, 4, open 2, 4. Well worth having a little playthrough before you tackle this song too much. A D major scale can be played in many other places on the neck, as can anything on guitar basically. But that is a nice little warm-up for the start of this song, which is an open D string to 2nd fret on the 3rd string, back to the open. So 1, 2 and. Then 4, 2, to open. Last time, first half of this. 4, 2, open. Second half, a 4 on string 4 as well. And this is why playing through this scale is so important, because once we've played the first 3 notes, it's literally just walking down. So be sure to tab out this D major scale on the website as well as this riff. And then finally, 2 0 2 0 2 2 0 2 0 0 2. And this is where you need to have your eyes on the tab and just following it, really. And good diligent practice that D major scale. Is how you'll get that, okay? If that's totally new to you, this isn't the first scale that I recommend you try on guitar. The first one for acoustic is probably C major. And even easier than that, E minor pentatonic, but the E minor pentatonic is a little better for kind of the bluesy stuff. All that kind of thing, and C major scale is better kind of for fingerstyle and more acoustic stuff. But that is how to play Mr Tambourine Man. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Check out my full beginner's course and hundreds of free song lessons at andyguitar.co.uk. And thank you very much for watching again. Bye for now, guys.